Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Brian if you happen to be new around here, but if you're a returning subscriber, just for you today, I'm going to jump right into the news. Amazon Games has officially announced that a new Lord of the Rings MMO RPG is back from the dead. If you guys have not been following this saga, Amazon was working on an MMORPG set in the world of Lord of the Rings that essentially was, I don't want to use the strong word canceled. It just seems like some legal issues. Obviously, companies got acquired and it got quiet. I think is probably the best term to use. But to catch you guys up to speed, now it is official that Amazon has partnered up with Embracer Groups and a kind of a subsidiary company called Middle-earth Enterprises, and they have reached a deal to make this game built in-house by the team behind New World. And I hopefully would like to encourage you not to be disappointed by that fact. As I have discussed many times, this team is doing some incredible work, and you don't have to believe me, but it's okay if you don't. Welcome to the channel. Let's dive into it. We've got two news posts. I want to go through the posts here for you guys, and I'd like to know your thoughts. Is this exciting news? Is this concerning news? What do you want to see from this brand new MMO that is being built over by the New World team? So, and then also, what does this mean for New World? We'll cover that over on New World Central. Links are all in the description. So it starts Amazon Games and Embracer Group, though its wholly owned subsidiary Middle-earth Enterprises, part of the operative group Free Mode, today has announced that they have reached an agreement from Amazon Games to develop and publish a new massively multiplayer online MMO-based game set in the Lord of the Rings, the J.R.R. Tolkien series. The upcoming game will be an open-world MMO, adventures in a persistent world set in Middle-earth, featuring the beloved stories of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings literary trilogy. The game is in its early stages of production with Amazon Games Orange County, makers of the popular open world MMO game New World. Leading development, Amazon Games will publish the game globally for PC and consoles. Additional details, including launch timing, will be shared at a later date. Now, we've committed to bringing players high-quality games, whether through original IPs or long-beloved ones like The Lord of the Rings, said Christoph Hartmann, the VP of Amazon Games. Bringing players a fresh take on The Lord of the Rings has long been an aspiration for the team, and we've honored and we're grateful for Middle-earth Enterprises to entrusting us with this iconic world. So we're also pleased to expand our relationship with Embracer Group, which is following our Tomb Raider deal last year, and they've been proven to be excellent collaborators. Now, jumping here into the video for you, Embracer's been buying up so much IP, and the more that Amazon and Embracer get buddy up, in a way, they're acting kind of as this deal maker, this fixer of content between Amazon and Embracer Group. Just to speak of it, Amazon paid $600 million for Tomb Raider, and Embracer bought like all of that and some bag of chips and a lot of debt from Square Enix for just $300 million, plus whatever the debt ended up covering. So I think then Embracer's already making some big business moves there. Now, the world of Middle-earth continues to prove an endlessly fertile ground for creators, and Amazon Games has a passion for building immense, compelling worlds and publishing games for a global audience, said Lee, the CEO of Free Mode. Now, we have a clear ambition to create the highest quality entertainment products for this IP, whether we utilize internal resources or team up with the best industry partners that complement our capabilities. We're taking every case to deliver the MMO, which would do justice for an expansive Middle-earth universe and delight players all around the world. As of yet untitled Lord of the Rings game is continued by Amazon, growing momentum in the game publishing and development following the success of the internally developed MMO New World, the action RPG Lost Ark, and from Smilegate, and both which have topped Steam charts and continue to nurture strong player communities. Amazon has also announced publishing agreements with NCSoft for Throne of Liberty, Bandai Namco for Blue Protocol, Crystal Dynamics for the next major Tomb Raider game, and Glow Mode for the Disruptive Games and for other unannounced titles. Separately, Amazon Studios produces hit series like Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Prime Video, etc., yada. We don't need to talk about that, but let's talk about continuing on. So this is some more article really going over it. Amazon Studios behind New World has leveled up its MMO ambitions with the Lord of the Rings project. Woohoo, baby. Buckle up. In close collaboration, Embracer and Middle-earth Enterprises and Amazon's Orange County studio to develop the new massively multiplayer game. This is obviously based off the Lord of the Rings. At first, Amazon Games, one of its internal studios, will lead development for the game based off this external IP, and the team has determined to deliver an experience that is incredibly faithful to the rich fantasy, long-established lore of Tolkien and trademark novels. It doesn't hurt, of course, that the team is filled with talented developers who share a strong affinity for the Lord of the Rings. The prospect of building a vast connected digital world for the preeminent fantasy franchise in the planet is tremendously exciting for Rich and the director of Amazon Games' Orange County Studio, and certainly responsibility that he and his team have not taken lightly. A number one thing about the property is that you like to have to be respectful and authentic. When someone is a fan of the Lord of the Rings and sits down and plays the game for the first time, they have to say this was crafted by a bunch of people who lived in this world just like I do in my head. They get it. And we understand this world. The people working on this team love these works, he continued. We're right there with you. We're fans, and we want to make a game that, as fans, will enjoy. So it's a fitting follow-up for the New World team. It also doesn't hurt that the team in the studio, that diverse first major success for Amazon Games' New World, and open world massively multiplayer online role-playing game featuring huge siege battles, daring expeditions, thrilling supernatural invasions, and a stunning and diverse natural setting. While the Orange County Studio Lord of the Rings game will rather be different from New World, it is built upon the experience and learnings from the previous game. This is really important, and this is me just jumping in here. This is really important. New World players enjoy strong player response and engagement for launching in September 2021 and becoming the 5th highest played game by concurrent Steam users in history. This celebrated the first anniversary back in September, and in October at the launch of Brimstone Sands, and content updates continue to see the rejoining the Steam's top 10 highest played games, and they continue to enjoy healthy community today. The studio is continuing to support New World and begins to work on this new Lord of the Rings project in earnest. Thankfully, its large team has developed a pragmatic and proven approach to building and sustaining an MMO, and they understand how to manage multiple projects in parallel while all listening to player feedback. When someone's a fan of Lord of the Rings, that's just the quote, don't expect New World 2.0. That's just really what I want to get with you guys today. The team at Orange County is rightfully proud of New World's success and everything that the studio has learned about launching and sustaining a popular MMO. Along the way, they also determined to deliver a truly unique and differentiated experience for this upcoming Lord of the Rings game. It's going to be a game that represents the values and enjoyment of the people to get out of the books, Rich said, and this will be a game that is bespoke the property that is appropriate of the Lord of the Rings. Now, it's not to say that the team will start entirely from scratch. However, players have developed to know that the building an MMO is especially challenged, but Orange County Studio has already had several tried and true technical achievements under its belt. New World has also had a substantial new features in development, and the basis plus these new innovations will provide a compelling environment for to create the visuals of Middle-earth experience. So it sounds like they're using the same engine. We'll talk about that over on New World Central today. So if you guys aren't subscribed, go check out New World Central. I'll have a link in this. We're going to go talk about that right after this video. So anyway, for example, New World's huge multiplayer battles at scale, which uncommon in video games due to the sheer complexity of enable dozens of players to seamlessly interact within the same instance. This proficiency has clear applications and relevance to Tolkien's Third Age, which famously features large-scale battles of its own. In fact, the game will have a new studio, an opportunity to make such the world of New World and revisit it with benefits several years worth of technology advancements and apply them in a way that is relevant to the Lord of the Rings. While New World's Azoth engine will form the foundation of the game, the Orange County Studio plans to evolve the engine considerably to deliver something that feels distinct from New World and fitting the world of Middle-earth. The team has also big plans for the next generation New World's Azoth engine that will unlock exciting new possibilities for its take on Middle-earth. Those with long memories may also recall that this is not the first time Amazon Games has been involved in plans to build an MMO based off the Lord of the Rings. The first deal intended as a co-development effort unfortunately fell through. After the success of New World, Amazon Games and Middle-earth Enterprises discussed the idea of a new collaboration and agreed that Orange County Studio is the best fit to deliver this. And we are excited that the first opportunity to build an MMO on the world in which this beloved fantasy properties, so it broke our hearts when that deal ultimately ended. Anyway, the vice president of Amazon's Games said, "We are also endeared with Tolkien's World on the project, so we never gave up on the possibility one day bringing it back to the table. So you can imagine our absolute delight when our friends over in Embracer Group and the Middle Earth Enterprises formally gave us the green light to get the work. We are honored and flattered with that by their faith in us, and he continued that we're determined to build the best possible Lord of the Rings MMO, something that the franchise's millions of fans all over the world will truly love. So like I said, I'm going to talk about more of this and how I think this is going to benefit both New World and how New World's going to benefit Lord of the Rings, and why I think this is incredible news. So there's so much more to talk about, guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the news. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Hopefully I'll see you over there for the opinion piece, and hopefully you'll come join us for the podcast here in about 30 minutes from the time of this recording. So guys, love you faces. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but until then, take care.